time to leave Whangarei now. Before we do, I'm going to pop into the Monterey Falls off Boundary Road. It's a popular place for local tourists to visit, walk along the edge of the river. The land was originally owned by Archibald Clapham. That's the one with the clock museum that we toured through in the last video. It was bought by him, but then later on donated to the business association in Whangarei, who turned it into a public area for picnicking.
Yeah, the only problem with going to the bottom of the falls, in this case, what goes down must come up. Oh, more stairs. Back with Amanda. So we sit under a tree, looking for the next campsite. So we found a place to stay, Parua Bay, and Amanda's already got the chairs out. Whereas the motorhome organisation have got 5 people staying over the far side there, but they're full. So we've just come into the public area, which will be fine. So we are here, and that's the yacht club, which you're allowed to stay in, but only up to 5 campers. Out for a walk, and got this massive boat bays here, but nothing in them.
Looking out near the Whangarei heads, you can see them quite tidal here. Along the track, probably about 1.5 km, found the Parua Bay Tavern, established in 1908. So got nice tables outside and looking out on a whole lot of boats. Russell's heaven.
Yep, and also ordered a bowl of chips and a coffee, so I'm looking forward to that. There's a nice wee track along here beside the road. And they've had to drop the concrete path down because there's a tree here over the track. We were thinking about bringing in the bikes, but you can't really tell how steep that is, but it's pretty steep. And Amanda stopped on the tree. Cyclone Gabriel, which is meant to start coming in with rain in the next day or two, and then there's meant to be very high winds. We thought we'd better go inland a wee bit. Anyway, we have a day at the Waitangi camp that we can use, and then we're going to carry on up to Keri and go to the market. Actually, you'd have to be very careful if you're in here because the ground is already pretty chopped up and there's been no rain for the last couple of days, so you can very easily get stuck in here. So we're at Waitangi camping ground. We had a night booked here for Waitangi Day. Liz camper played up. We didn't quite make it, so she said we can just use it another time. So we thought we'd pop along and use it tonight. Number 8, Amanda's spotted the recycling. We should better get rid of our rubbish. So the dishes are done. We're off for a bit of a walk.
Celebrations on the wall there.
Oh, have they?
5 AM to 6:30 AM. Dawn karakia, so it's pretty pretty early, but anyway, it's quite good to have a timetable.
Quick crowd of the kitchen. Oh. It's obviously the wash house.
There's kitchen on the other side.
Kitchen on this side.
I'm on the bridge at Waitangi.
Okay, so just having a wee look about where to go next. At the moment we're at Waitangi and we're just leaving this morning. But what we need to do is work out a place away from the coast due to the storm that's coming in. We're not so much worried about the water as in the amount of wind. On the motorhome map, which you get access to if you're a motorhome member, and here is us at Paihia, where the wee dot is there, and there's a camping ground up here which they call a camper saver, which gives you a bit of a discount as well. So we're going to go there now and have a look to see if there's any places where we can park that will give us a little bit of shelter as well.
Oh, we know this camp's here now.
Yeah.
Don't we?
Here we are, arrived at Bay of Islands Holiday Park.
We're going in the office first, or?
Yeah, we're going in the office. There's quite a good shelter belt of trees along the back edge of the camp. We're parked up here with a friend of Amanda's in her wee bus, Elaine. But anyway, there is a river here, but we're quite high up and we're quite sheltered by these trees here. So this is where we've been staying behind the trees for the last few nights. It's actually been quite sheltered. Well, I was looking out the window there and I could see the wind ripping up through here by the river and coming through these gum trees. But there's a couple of glamping tents down here. I'll show you down beside the river, which would be quite nice if you were coming up this way to stay. I guess the door's locked. Yep. I don't know if the river view would be so good at the moment though. It's a bit brown after all the rain. Oh, here we go. Quite nice, they got a wee table there and Amanda's doing some more baking, trying to make me fat. Are you doing some baking? Ah, doing the dishes.
This is cake.
When I've been walking around, where's the cake? Oh, perfect.
Blueberry and chocolate.
Oh, yum. The cake. 38% of power and charging. A little bit of solar coming in, 6 amps. But we have no AC at the camping ground. The power's dropped out in Northland now, so that will probably be a wee while before we get power back on again. So luckily we have our lifeboat here. Going to Elaine's tonight for dinner. She's got fish on. Cyclone Gabriel didn't turn out to be too bad. This is about the biggest branch that fell off last night.
Staying away from the coast turned out to be not a bad idea. The east coast, Napier and Gisborne, got hit extremely hard.
Oh, there are wee owls falling over. Look at that. Look at them back up.
First, the main thing.
There's been floods in this area before, but have you seen anything like this?
So in case anybody didn't know, you can actually tune in on Preview, the radio channels. And here's no internet and no power, we believe. So, but the good news, in fact the best news, is this. We have sun. Blue sky. Look at that. We're off to the market and we've got Elaine here. She's come for a ride in the camper. So here we are at Keri Keri Saturday Market.
Only? It's a baritone. It's a nice pie.
Steak and pepper pie. Elaine's confirmed. They're very, very nice.
Very nice.
So we're just heading off from the Bay of Islands Motorhome Park. We're going round to Keri. But while we've been here, we've made a wonderful friend who just offers us a tour around a bus. So I think we should go and have a look around. Is that okay, Elaine?
Please do, come in. And I also like you for your Sundance, Russell.
I didn't put the Sundance on the camera.
Please come in.
So this is it. It's a Nissan
Civilian, 1993, so she's 30 this year. Her name is Caramel.
Caramel.
Yeah, and I bought her a year ago, or actually a little bit more than a year ago
Anyway,
now.
I'll come in and take my shoes off at the door because the ground's still a bit wet.
Here we have the beautiful dining
Where are we
room,
starting?
lounge, bedroom and kitchen. This is my bed.
There.
Very nice.
And then we've got 2 seats, and what's the table swings around?
Yes,
doesn't it?
swings around and I can entertain here, and I do
Perfect.
have friends come and join me, which is very nice.
Secret about Elaine, she loves her books. She's writing a book.
Yeah, I'm writing a book on commission, which is about Treasure Island, a fantastic camping ground on the east coast out of Whangarei, and it's a very beautiful spot. And the woman who's owned it has been there over 40 years, and she's leaving soon. She's selling the place, so I'm writing a book to commemorate her time there for her.
So I love these knick-knack shelves. They're great, aren't they?
Mostly useful.
Entry. And well, I guess in here's the bathroom.
That's the bathroom.
Private place.
You can have a look.
Yeah, has a shower.
Actually, no, that's
No.
yeah.
It's okay.
Nice fridge, which doesn't look.
We've got down this end. We've got the lounge carpet here. What's going on? Look at that.
I bet your nana had it
my-
back in the day.
We did.
Yeah. This lovely little jersey that Amanda's just knitted for my lovely little granddaughter, Magnolia, so that'll go to her.
Yeah.
My lovely fire. Look
Oh,
at that.
that's pretty cool.
Now that keeps me cosy in here all winter.
So where do you keep the wood for that,
That
Elaine?
usually sits in this basket here, which is now holding the heater, which I use when I can plug in and it's summer, and I used to use that as a fan as well. And then we come into the front. This is where it happens.
Captain.
Driving.
Got a
Yes.
manual. Everything
Yep.
there. Has it got air conditioning? Auto cooler.
Yeah, it does. Well, no, that doesn't work. It just
Oh.
looks like it does, but it's.
It looks cool.
But I've got fans, you know. The best one is a hole in the
Yeah.
in here that just lets the air come in.
Or open up the window.
Yeah, open the window wide. Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, this is my.
And
little
your
home.
plants haven't died like our plants die.
No, they're doing okay.
You probably love them.
I do love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a little bit of green stuff growing in here. It just makes me feel better not having a garden.
A
Marvellous
Sirocco
plan.
fan, which has really been a game changer,
Oh, it's
hasn't
just
it?
terrific. It's terrific. It just keeps me cool at night, which is the main thing, because it can get really stuffy in Northland where it's so warm
Yeah.
and hot, in fact. So
Elaine's got her batteries underneath the bed, but had no way of knowing how much battery she had used and what was going on. So we put a little power station in here, which has got the voltage of your battery, and we have USB and cigarette lighter socket. Thanks Elaine for the show around your wonderful colourful bus. So it's just an example of how you can get on the road without spending the hundreds of thousands of dollars. These are great wee campers, although not quite the right height for me being a tall person. They're a great way to get out and see New Zealand on a car licence. It's only a 20-minute trip up to Keri, where we stayed at the Motorhome Park. We've always got to check out the ground to make sure it's not boggy, and also just look for a level spot so when we stop we don't have to use the ramps to level the camper. Lots of options here because the park's not that full at the moment. This will do us. Directly behind the Motorhome Park are the Rainbow Falls. Going to leave you at this stage as we spend a few days in Keri, enjoying what it has to offer. And we'll see you next episode.